What's going on, everybody? I'm Nikolay Timoshchuk Jr. and today I want to talk about the fact that we need to stop rushing our lives. So in essence, what am I telling you to do here? What's the point of this video? It's to tell you to stop rushing your life. You have time. You are not chasing anything. It is okay to be okay. It is okay to be in the place that you are in right now. It is okay to be sitting in the point that you are in life or running through the point that you are in life and feeling okay about that moment. It is okay to be stuck in this moment right now. It's okay to be dreaming of another moment. But I'm going to give you a few things on what I think you should be focusing on in order to be able to realize that this is the life you're supposed to be living and that you can be living another life as long as you are willing to set out a few things to help yourself move in that direction. But right now, it's okay to understand that you are living in a moment that is okay to live in. Don't worry about rushing your life. Don't worry about going way too fast when you're not able to go. You can't run before you can crawl, and you can't crawl before you can walk. So there's a few analogies for you, but let me jump right into this video, giving you a little bit of advice on how you can actually focus on not rushing your life. So first things first, you have to find contentment within yourself. You can't be searching for a feeling from anybody else around you. You can't be searching for something that, somebody else can offer you, or a materialistic thing, or a car or a house, or whatever you think that thing will offer you. You cannot find that feeling of contentment in something else. Now, if you have a faith, if you have something that you truly believe in, if you have things like that, if you have your family surrounding you, if you have things, like the faith in humanity, you have things that help make you feel like a better person. That's not what I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about, is putting all of your contentment into, if I had this Lamborghini, I would feel like a better person. If I had this 3,000 square foot home, I would feel like a better person. Those things do not make you feel content. You might get it, you might feel a little bit better, and then you're gonna want more, or you're gonna feel like that's not enough. That is human nature. If you look statistically around money and things like that, and what people actually feel once they get it, when they didn't have it, they feel like they need more of it. So I understand having money, very important, all those things, it's great, but don't find your contentment in all these things around you. Find contentment within yourself, within your mind, feeling good being who you are, feeling good, understanding yourself as a person, rather than trying to find yourself in an object or a car or a house or whatever that may be. Find that contentment within yourself, come to senses with you. You are important. You are, whatever those things are to you, whatever those self-affirmations are, come into conclusion with those things first. Now, before I move on, I will have to ask you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell and turn on your post notifications. Make sure you hit that like button, that share button, and drop a comment below so I know exactly what y'all want to talk about in these videos and what you want to learn more about. Without further ado, let me get back to what we're talking about. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about is don't compete with your peers. Don't compete with people around you, whether they're peers or family or whatever it is, your mentor. Don't compete with people. Run your own race. Your own race is important. If you're focused on somebody else's race, if you're focused on somebody else running to the finish line, you forget to take your own steps. You forget to actually worry about what you have going on behind you or in front of you or right just, on the sides of you. Stop focusing what everybody else is doing and start focusing on what's going on in your life. So instead of focusing on the things that your friend is doing, the goals he's achieving or she's achieving, the money that they make or the house that they live in, the cars that they drive, start focusing on what you have and how happy you are with what you have. And if you're not happy, how you're going to make that change. But you can't sit around focusing on everybody else around you, competing with the idea of what they have and what he has and what she has and what everybody around you has. Well, you kind of forget what you have in your moment. And now your moment doesn't even matter because you're so fixated on somebody else that you forget you have to water yourself. You have to go through rain yourself. You have to go through storms yourself. You have to wash yourself off. You have to pick yourself up. So having moments of understanding that your life is important rather than everybody else's around you are extremely things that you need to do, because this will help you understand that your life is good enough, or that you need to actually start working on things in your own life and stop focusing on everybody else's life so that you can live the life that you actually want to. Now, the third thing that I actually want to mention is if you have a dream, start chipping away at it right now. Many times we can look at ourselves and we can reflect and we go, I have these goals, I have these dreams, this is what I want to do, this is what I don't want to do. And instead of starting to chip away one day at a time, we focus on the bigger picture and we go, that's too hard to achieve. I can't make that happen. But if you just took one day at a time, if you broke that up into small steps, you could start chipping away. And in a year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years, and the next thing you know, you'll start to achieve that huge dream that seemed unattainable, which is now in front of you. As long as you see stuff as unobtainable, and if you can't go get it, if you can't chase it, if you can't make it happen, and that's all your mind and your heart know, well then you'll never be able to reach those dreams that you have. So if you start chipping away one day at a time right now, little baby steps, going step after step after step, all those steps lead you to a certain point. Well then guess what? You just reset and you keep going and you keep going and you keep growing until you finally reach that point. And along the way, you will have roadblocks. You will have things that are extremely, extremely, extremely hard. But at the end of the day, as long as you keep moving and you keep pushing towards that goal of future, forward thinking, whatever it is, you'll be able to reach those steps along the way that help you reach that ultimate goal in that dream or that goal of whatever that may be. Now, the fourth thing that I want to talk about is living in the now, living in the present, living in the moment, not worrying about what's in the future, getting too far ahead of yourself, or worrying about what's in the past. Because we all know the past can haunt you and the future can do even worse, because you're trying to anticipate what you're going to be doing, where you're going to be living, what you're going to have. Are you going to be married? Are you going to have this many kids, or whatever the case is? Are you going to have this amount of money? And all of a sudden, you actually haunt yourself with the present, and you've been haunting yourself with the past, understanding, well, I came from this, and I had this, and I had that. And now both of those worlds collide, and you are in a spiral, you are in a whirlwind of feelings, of emotions that are not good, that hurt you, that offend you, that make you feel terrible about yourself. And you don't want to be living in that type of moment. So if you focus on what's right in front of you, if you focus on the moments that are in the moment right now, if you focus on what you have going on, you then can start focusing on, creating dreams, creating steps, creating goals, getting things ahead, and moving in that type of direction. But as long as you're focused on everything else around you, you'll never be able to focus on your inner self and understand that, hey, my present moment is what I'm living in, and my present moment is what I have to take care of. Focus on the now. Focus on that moment that helps you achieve the things that you want to be achieving in the near future. Not sitting there worried about the near future, because worrying is going to leave you in the same spot. You can worry, you can cry, you can be sad, which are all valid feelings, but doing all those things and worrying about the future or worrying about the past will do nothing but leave you in that present moment feeling terrible about yourself. So focus on the now. Focus on the moment that you're living in. Be present. Be where your 2 feet are, and that's how you can help change your life in a better direction. Now, the fifth thing that I want to talk about is navigate your life using the speed limit. A lot of time we want to get ahead of ourselves. A lot of times we want to slow down way too much. But as long as you stay moving an average speed throughout your life, and then have that, that feeling of, okay, I need to gas it right now. Okay, I need to pull back. I'm a little too tired right now. Then your life will see a lot of beneficial things. But if you're always like, oh, I'm just too slow, I'm too lazy, I don't feel like doing this, well, guess what? You're going to be in that type of lifestyle. But if you're always balls to the wall, going way too fast, you're going to pass up on things that sometimes you needed to see going the speed limit, right? There might be a cop that was sitting right there patrolling, and unfortunately, you're going to get a ticket because you're going too fast. And what I can translate over into, when you're moving too fast, sometimes you're going to hurt yourself financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is. When you are trying to be so far ahead that you go way too fast for your own good, you're gonna hurt yourself along the way. As long as you navigate your life doing the speed limit and then giving it that little gas when you need to, and then slowing down a little bit when you need to, and making sure that everything is just at the right time. Now, you can't predict that. You can't predict the future, and you can't dwell on the past too long. But what you can do is focus on what's right in front of you and make sure you're moving at a good speed. Make sure you're taking care of the necessary things that need to be taken care of, and then just keep moving in that direction that you know you need to be going in. Don't outrun yourself, and don't slow yourself up too much. Navigate through your life doing the speed limit. Now, I hope this video helps you navigate through your life not going too fast. I hope it helps you stop rushing your life so that you can actually see your life for what it has to offer. But this is the end of the video, and without further ado, I will have to ask you again to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell, turn on your post notifications, hit that like button, hit that share button, and drop a comment below so I can keep giving you content on what you actually want to learn about and talk about more. Without further ado, I'll see you on the next one. Have an awesome day. Peace out.